welcome back to another Reset Sunday. Last time we organized the closet and today we are tackling the kitchen. So I need to do like your general maintenance tidying up, like doing the dishes, putting things away, but I also want to clean and sort out the fridge, the spice cabinet, and the food cabinet. So that means going through, seeing if there's anything that's expired that needs to be thrown away, taking inventory to see what's in there and what I need to use up. I'm also going to throw on a bone broth because on Sundays I like to make a broth. Then I end up turning that into like a chicken soup on Monday, which will last me for maybe like 3 days or so for lunches and whatnot. So yeah, the bone broth takes a couple of hours. Well, it takes most of the afternoon, to be honest. So I like to put that on. And that's going to be one of the key things to do as well because, to be honest, the bones are taking up space in my fridge and freezer right now. So we need to cook them. I don't want this to take too long because it's a really nice, like, blue sky day outside, which is a rare occurrence in Ireland. So I want to make sure I'm actually catching some of the sun this afternoon. So hopefully I can tear through this in like an hour, hour and a half. I'm very optimistic, aren't I? It so did not take an hour and a half. Stay tuned. That's my plan anyways. So I'm going to stop yabbering on and get started. So the first thing I need to do is put away the dishes from last night. I always wash the dishes at night. Make sure that I've got no dirty dishes in the sink before I go to bed. And then I need to wash the dishes from my breakfast this morning because they are currently in the sink right now. And then I'm going to put the bone broth on. So that starts cooking. So that's the dishes put away. It's just, to be honest with the kitchen, it just seems like it's a lot of dishes, isn't it? Like, clean the dishes, put the dishes away, clean the dishes, put the dishes away. I don't dry my dishes normally, I let them air dry, so yeah, it's like a constant sort of rotation. One thing I like to do as well, at least once a week, is clean the actual dish rack. Even though you're putting clean dishes on the dish rack, it can get a little bit mucky, you know? Especially underneath it. You can see it's a little bit awkward in here. Space-wise, it's pretty tight. But I mean, it works. Next up, I'm going to organize this space because I need to make that bone broth, which I will be doing over here. So all this clutter needs to be put away. One of the nice things about making the broth is that it clears out quite a lot of space in the fridge because I get to use up like the last bits of some vegetables. I just throw that in there to help the broth, like celery, carrots, onions, and then also just the bones. These bones are taking up like so much space in the freezer and now they're going into the broth. So there's going to be a little bit of space back, which is good. Okay, now I'm going to tackle all these shelves. This is the kind of thing too where, I mean, we've got stuff. So, and to be honest, like open shelving never really looks that great, but there's a little bit I can do here to tidy up, and then I need to dust the shelves as well. So no matter what, the dusting needs to happen. Ugh. here I am, gonna clean out the fridge. So essentially it is what it is. I'm gonna pull everything out. I'm going to try to organize it. If there's anything in there that's expired or that I need to use up, I'm gonna either throw it away or make a note of it. Hopefully there isn't too much waste. And then I'm just going to give everything a wipe down. So yeah, let's do it. Oh, bacon. I forgot about that bacon. See what I mean? I don't know if you can see that, but it's mucky. You need to clean out the drawers sometimes. I'm just gonna give this a little wash. So we've got a lot of cheese. I'm gonna put the cheese in the bottom drawer so I know where it is and we're gonna be able to know that it exists and use it up. Okay, so that's the fridge pretty much sorted. I managed to free up a lot of space because there was quite a few of these little jars. Like this is an old salad dressing that I can be done with. This has expired, this has expired. And then also I pulled out the food that I'm gonna have for my lunch. So that freed up a little bit of space. And then there was just a few other like containers of food that was just down to like the very bottom. So yeah, got a nice clean fridge. Love when I have a nice clean fridge. I'm just gonna sort out these last few cans. Okay, I need to take a little break because I'm running out of time to catch the sun and I'm really gonna regret it if I don't go outside. So I'm gonna go outside, grab a coffee from somewhere, have a little walk around, and then when I come back, we will finish the kitchen cupboards and all the finishing touches in the kitchen. All right, I'm back. I'm caffeinated, had a little sweet treat. After having that little break, like a little bit of fresh air, like I said, bit of caffeine, bit of sugar, I now feel ready to tackle the cupboards. It's finally time to clear the cupboards. I don't have any storage bins for these cupboards. I feel like if I had some storage bins, it might be easier, because you know yourself, whenever it's like, it's hard to get to the back of the cupboard and you know, you kind of lose what's in there and then loose things and whatever else. But I'm just gonna have to make do. A future task might be to get storage bins for here. I did get storage bins for the spice cupboard. So that's good and that's helpful, because especially with the spices, they're so tiny, you know, like they were just, oh, it was so hard for me to find what I was looking for. But yeah, anyways, so what I'm gonna do for this cupboard, pull everything out, like I said, see if there's anything that's expired and just try to organize a little bit. This might look weird to you guys, but this is how I'm gonna get the point of view for you so you can see what's in here. Ta-da! Yeah, it's a mess. Ouch. Doing stuff like this is so important because you end up forgetting what you have and like doubling up on things, you know. So that's why I like to pull everything out of the cupboard. Even if pretty much all of it's going back in, you get to clean the cupboard first of all, but then you also get to see what you have. So I know, like, either it might inspire me to cook with something that's in here. It also might just show me that, okay, I don't need to buy that next time I'm gonna do a recipe that needs something that's in here. So yeah, it's it can be overwhelming when you go through stuff like this, but I think it's really important to do it every so often, you know. Yeah, so the thing with this is it's good to just take inventory. It's kind of the same with the clothes where, you know, you get a little bit overwhelmed and you are a little bit embarrassed with how much stuff you have. But like I said, we eat at home all of the time, pretty much. Like, it's not often that we eat out, and we do a lot of cooking. And whenever you like to cook, like I said, even though we're not people that puts like sauce on our food, there's different pantry staples that you kind of need, you know, like rice wine vinegar or soy sauce or whatever. For different recipes. Those are Steve's things. Yeah, I really need some organizational bits. Maybe I should go get some. Oh, cookies, see? Like stuff like that. I didn't know I had these in here. Because I did that autoimmune protocol for so long, I forgot that like the treats that I have in here because I didn't have any treats for a long time. But that's nice. I do like a little biscuit with a cup of tea. This is something that is very Irish. Maybe they have it in the UK too, but I think, is it more of an Irish thing? Where you make, like if you're on a night out and you're getting chips after, you know, or like a takeout from the chippy, they have curry sauce. So in Canada, we have poutine. So that is fries with cheese curds and gravy, and would also be very common to get gravy to go with your fries, like in general. But here, it's curry sauce. And it's kind of fun because we found a gluten-free version and I've made it like twice. But yeah, anyways. Okay guys, this really shows what kind of person I am, because it's been about an hour and a half, maybe even 2 hours since that last clip, and that is because I had to go and get some storage containers for those cupboards. So like I said to you, I had some storage containers for my spices already, but I didn't get any for these cupboards. And then once I've pulled all these things out, and then like just my height with these cupboards, it makes it very difficult for me to actually find things. Whereas if I have a storage container that's labeled as well, I can pull the container out and actually see what's in it. So it's way easier. It's going to make my life so much better. So I went to my local Dunn's, and of course they were sold out of the storage containers. And at that point you could have been like, oh, Grace, just leave it. It's fine. Everything's clean. No, I had to go to the city center, Stephen's Green, to get these storage containers because that's just what I'm like. Once I get something in my head like that, if there is a way to do something better, you better believe I'm going to do it. So I got the storage containers. I didn't get labels, but I'm excited because this is actually going to make these cupboards organized. Oh yes, it's gonna be so good. So much better. Seeds, nuts, dried fruit. Okay, so this cupboard is 1,000,000 times better now. I'm going to get some labels so it'll be easy to know what's what. But right now I've got like sauces here. This is like pickled things and more sauces like mustard, that kind of thing. Baking, nuts, seeds, dried fruit. This is the fun box. So in there we've got crisps, chocolate, treats. This is kind of a random one. There's collagen in there and some like cereal. And then this stuff is all gluten-free things. So crackers, pasta, and like gravy in that curry sauce. So yeah, so much better. And then see, they just like slide out super easy. So for me, I can just pull that out and have a look and see what I'm trying to find. There's probably a pretty good angle to see what my height is with here. So see here, like if there had been stuff in the back of here, I wasn't able to grab it at all. But now I can just slide this container out and have a look to see what's in here. So much easier. So happy. I think this is so much better. Comment down below, do you like storage containers in your cupboards, or do you think that they kind of are impractical and take up too much space? probably enough for today. I definitely got a little bit carried away in the end, but I don't know, it feels really good to have all of that done. This is a really small kitchen, so I know like it's not necessarily visually a huge transformation. My stuff is way more organized now, so I'm going to be able to find things easier, and it also should mean I'm going to have less waste. And it just makes for like a clear mind, you know, and it's clean now. Everything is very, very clean, which is great. I know it's not like the most aesthetic, but this is reality. Like this is just a very average kitchen for a very average sort of dwelling. A lot of people, I'm sure, live in very similar circumstances, so hopefully you can find it relatable. I hope this video brought you a little bit of comfort and at the very least a little bit of entertainment. Maybe you had it on in the background while you were doing your own cleaning and tidying. I always love doing that myself. Whew. Yeah, this ended up taking way longer than I expected. An hour and a half. Because to be honest, yes, the cleaning and organizing takes time anyways, but moving the camera around, I had 2 different cameras because the space is so small. Not like one camera didn't work for all circumstances, but I think I got there in the end. And as always, I always learn something after I finish one of these videos. I hope you enjoyed that cleaning and organizing my kitchen with me. If you got to the end of the video, thank you so, so much. It's amazing if you got to this point, and if you could hit the like button, I would be so appreciative because it really, really helps me out. If you want to watch another video, YouTube thinks that you're going to like this recommendation. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you soon.